Hey everybody, it's Adam with MA5. Zach couldn't make it with us today, but we're doing contest time. All of you submitted jokes. You might be an MA5 if, and we're going to read them off. If you like a joke, please let us know in the comments and help us pick a winner. Without further ado, here we go. Alright, so I'm not going to read these in any particular order, and I'm not going to tell you who wrote each joke, but if you comment below that you like it, it's going to help us pick who wins our contest. And the prize is awesome. Thank you to Good Sports Disc Golf. Without further ado, if you use your towel to wipe off your face instead of your muddy disc, you might be an MA5. If you think an Anheuser is a new type of beer, you might be an MA5. If you can't make it across the water no matter how small the puddle, you might be an MA5. If you think a roller is a guy with the good stuff, you might be an MA5. If you can't find a bag big enough to carry all the discs you need for a round, you might be an MA5. If you say 5 when someone screams 4, you might be an MA5. If you play frisbee golf or froth, you might be an MA5. If you are frantically searching Reddit for Franklin disc flight numbers, you might be an MA5. If you throw your disc like a ball, you might be an MA5. If you thought the purpose of a Mini was to use as a drink coaster, you might be an MA5. If you finally scored in only the triple digits, you might be an MA5. If you need more mulligans than there are holes, you might be an MA5. If you think tree love is when the tree keeps your disc, you might be an MA5. If you decide signing up pro is the way to go on your first membership, you might be an MA5. If you admire the distance of your shot while your card gets squeamish from the grip lock, you might be an MA5. If you brag to everyone about finally hitting triple digits on your drive, you might be an MA5. If 75% of your bag is the same mold, you might be an MA5. If you keep getting called for foot faults and you blame your bad round on your foot because it's your foot's fault, you might be an MA5. If you get some knee love instead of tree love, you might be an MA5. If someone jokes you hit first available and you correct them that it was actually third available, you might be an MA5. If you are told to fix your altitude control and break out a bong, you might be an MA5. If you roll your wrist with your overstable driver and think you turned your disc over, you might be an MA5. If you brag about your putting being 100% inside the bullseye, you might be an MA5. If you need a scuba suit to play your casual water lie, you might be an MA5. New notebook time. If you bring golf clubs when invited to play disc golf for the first time, you might be an MA5. If you think this is a model of the European grill, you might be an MA5. If the only award you win is the Spirit Award, you might be an MA5. If you buy birdie beats to keep your score in each hole, you might be an MA5. If when you go to the course meet your buddy, he says he's been hitting the top band all day, and you're like, I love that music,